Internet. Now for those of you who've seen any of my previous videos, you've seen my natural hair color. It's one of those sort of weird in-between colors where it's darkish blonde, lightish brown, and it has a weird red tint to it depending on what kind of light I'm in. Now I like the reddish tint, but I also have a long history as a person who has poor self-esteem and a habit of using boxed hair dye. The combination of these two factors led me to make a pretty poor decision yesterday, which is why instead of my normal hair color, my head is currently bearing a very strong resemblance to a tomato. It's not that I don't like red hair, I love it. From Ginny Weasley to Amy Pond to the awesome girls who play the Bennet sisters on the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, it's very clear to me that redheads rule. If I were a few years younger and still in college, I would totally be loving this right now. But it just doesn't work for me for a few reasons. For one, this just isn't my style. I don't have the personality to pull off such a bold color. But really, if I'm honest, it's so much more than that. Like I said before, I've never had the best self-esteem. I've always been really shy by nature, and outside of my work, I feel like I'm always 2 steps behind everybody else. This has been a summer of a lot of ups and downs for me, and so yesterday I decided I wanted to make a change. I wanted to do something that I had control over, that I had a say in, that it wasn't about depending on other people, but it was about me making a choice and making something happen. And this is absolutely not what I was expecting. I wanted to feel pretty and capture some of that gumption that some of those awesome characters who are redheads have. But I also wanted to be brunette. Needless to say, instead of feeling pretty and strong and in control, I felt frazzled and ugly and like a total basket case. Instead of gaining confidence, I was on the phone crying with my mother, asking if she could give me the number of her hairdresser to finally fix this mess, and so I could go back to feeling and looking like myself again. Now ordinarily that could be the end of it, but unfortunately I had already made other plans to meet an old friend of mine in the city. Now, I was absolutely not in the mood to be going in public. I really didn't feel like having the 3rd largest city in the country experiencing my incredibly poor decision. But I found over the course of the few hours that I was walking the Chicago streets that I couldn't have picked a better place to go. Chicago, like many other big cities I've been to, is home to a very eclectic cast of characters. This was downright tame. I was much less self-conscious about the whole thing than I was expecting. I managed to find my way to my friend without getting lost, which for me is a huge deal because I have no geographic sense of direction, and I ended up getting the confidence boost that I was looking for and hoping that a new hair color would bring. I learned my lesson the hard way. It's why, even though I was embarrassed about going in public yesterday, it's why I'm sitting here and recording this video to put it on the internet today. In my 50 hours as a redhead, I've been taking a hard look at myself from the inside out. Confidence doesn't come from a new shirt or a new hair color, it comes from persistence. It comes with taking one step at a time and doing the thing you're afraid to do and just doing it anyway. Feeling good on the outside helps, of course, but it's so much more than that. The changes that matter are the ones that we can't always see on the outside. And over the course of all of this, I reminded myself once again that making mistakes is okay. I know I'm still a smart person, and sometimes these things just happen. We're human, but we learn and we grow and we move forward. But I want to say, in my defense, the box said light brown. I mean, on what planet is this light brown? But, you know, I went for it, I tried, and clearly it didn't work out. So I am cutting myself off cold turkey this time. I'm not going to make the same mistake again. So tomorrow night, I'm off to my mom's Miracle Worker, and the next time you see me, I'll be back to my brunette self. But the important thing here is that I will be back, because in my quest to build up my self-esteem and just be my true self, I'm not going to let one bad hair day get me down. That's all from me for now, Internet. Take care. Bye-bye.